this video, we're going to show you one or two of the reports that Sage 1 can produce as part of their standard product. So here we are on Sage 1. To get to the report section, we click on the report button at the top middle, and that brings you to this screen. And by default, we're on all reports. We're then presented with a number of possible reports we could run. If you're familiar with accounting software, then most of these should be fairly obvious as to what they are. But just to give you an idea, profit and loss would show us how much profit we've made in a particular period. So that would say how many sales have we raised versus how much expense we've spent. To give you an example of what that might look like, we just simply click on profit and loss, and that will take you through to the next screen, which will show that we've made a loss of £50. And the way it's identified that is it said you raised £500 worth of sales in this particular period, but you incurred £550 worth of costs, and so we left with a loss of £50. We can adjust the particular date range, so it defaults to this month, but let's say we wanted to look at the last quarter. We then press calculate, and what would happen then is it will bring up some revised figures. Now this is a demo data set, and so there aren't too many transactions in here, so the quarter figures are the exact same as the last month's worth of figures, still at a loss of £50. If we click on reports again, at the top of the screen, we go back to the reporting section. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on the little star icon there under profit and loss, because I want to have that as one of my favourite reports, which would then be saved in my favourite section here. Another interesting report that people might look at is a trial balance. So that's very useful for accountants, or just to get an idea of what totals are in each category or each expense type or income type. And again, it's just defaulted to this month, so it's showing me that my trial balance looks like this. We've got some balance on our bank account, a couple of VATable accounts, some sales of 500 and some costs of £550. And we could export that to CSV or PDF if we wanted to. If I go back to reporting and scroll down a little bit further, you'll see we have aged debtors, and that's a very useful report to find out who owes you money. In this demo account there is very little data, so I can't show you what that does look like fully populated, but definitely a report worthwhile clicking on when you've got going on the software, and it'll list out everyone who owes you money, so it can allow you to focus on the particular slow payers or the ones that have left it a little bit too long. Cash flow forecast is another one, so hopefully if you've entered some details, particularly with your customers and your suppliers, about credit terms that you offer them or you have been offered, this will produce an estimate of how your cash will go over the next month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. And then just scrolling down a little bit further, you can see that we could produce a VAT return if we wanted to from this report section as well. So if I click on the VAT return, and we could create our first VAT return choosing some particular dates that we wanted to. So in this instance, it's a demo account. I'm just going to say that we report our VAT quarterly, and we're going to go from the 1st of August to the 31st of October. And if we calculate that, we can see immediately, based on the data that's in Sage 1, we have a refund of £146.94 due. It's very quick, very fast. So those are just examples of some reports that are in Sage 1. Feel free to register for a demo account or get in touch, and we can talk through more of the more advanced reports, the more feature-rich reports that could help you run your business and make it more streamlined. Hopefully that's helped, guys. Thanks very much for watching.